When it comes to social media influencing, people do the most shocking things to stay relevant. With Lil Tay, however, it goes beyond shocking to borderline outrageous. If you clicked on this video, you probably know or have some idea who Lil Tay is. But for those who don't, Lil Tay is a child influencer who blew up 5 years ago for being social media's youngest flexer. She was basically throwing money around, showing off luxury cars, and calling everyone broke at the age of 9. Her success as a rapper and influencer came from the shock value her content provided. But sadly, she disappeared and stayed off the grid 5 years ago. That was, of course, until she was pronounced dead on social media. 2 months ago, on the 9th of August, a now-deleted post appeared on Lil Tay's Instagram announcing that the influencer and her brother had tragically passed on. The tragic announcement garnered a lot of attention and sympathy from social media users, with some of them saying that, as tragic as her death was, it was hardly of any surprise given her poor family support. There were a lot of controversies and opinions surrounding the influencer's upbringing and career, but then the opinions took a 180. Shortly after the announcement, Lil Tay appeared in an interview with TMZ where she said that her Instagram account was compromised by a third party and used to spread jarring misinformation about her and her brother's deaths. In her words, she said, "I want to make it clear that my brother and I are safe and alive, but I'm completely heartbroken and struggling to find even the right words to say. It's been a very traumatizing 24 hours. All day yesterday, I was bombarded with endless, heartbreaking, and tearful phone calls from loved ones, all while trying to sort out this mess. My Instagram was compromised by a third party and used to spread jarring misinformation regarding me, to the point that even my name was wrong," she added. "My real name is Tay Tien." One thing about this message that almost anyone can notice is how cohesive and properly crafted it is. And one thing we do know about Lil Tay is that being properly constructed isn't really her thing. If you look at her past videos, you'll see that behind all the gangster and rapper lingo, Lil Tay actually talks like someone her age. She hardly sounds advanced enough to compose an announcement like that. This means that someone was behind it. But that is no surprise. Lil Tay's entire online persona was created by her brother and her mother. The message to TMZ could have been one of many things given to the influencer by her supporting cast to present to the public to divert attention from what's really going on and maintain public relations. But what exactly is going on? How did the young flexer go from drawing so much attention online to going on a 5-year hiatus to being pronounced dead to denying all claims in less than 24 hours later? While Lil Tay had the type of success people would dream of as social media influencers, her childhood was far from ideal. From being made to consistently put out jarring content, to being exploited by her family for wealth and fame instead of going to school, having friends, and being an actual child. After the custody battle for her began a few years ago, her father gained custody of her for some time, which led to her going off of social media. To some commenters and social media users, this was the only time Lil Tay had to experience a normal life. However, her revelation right after re-emerging from the shadows says otherwise. As soon as she resurfaced and explained that she had nothing to do with the fake death announcement, she immediately made a music video and posted it on her YouTube account. Shortly after, she went live on her Instagram to say all sorts of things about her father, Christopher Hope. She not only called him a racist, woman-beating misogynist, but she also accused him of having affairs, feeding her rotten food, and letting his mistress abuse her. The allegations didn't stop there. She said her father was responsible for hacking her Instagram and making the fake announcement of her brother's death so that he could promote a crypto coin. Basically, she said her father is the evil supervillain who's trying to tear her career apart. But let's roll it back a bit, shall we? Lil Tay's online persona is one that was built by her brother and her mother. Besides the green screen video that leaked, exposing her brother, who was telling her what to say and how to act, news emerged that her mother, Angela Tien, was fired from the real estate agency she worked for using her boss's cars and houses to make content.
Go back and say like, no, you broke ass. You out here, out here like with your irrelevant ass.
Plus, everyone knows that a 9-year-old doesn't just buy Lamborghinis and condos out of thin air. Trolls are very common nowadays, and the internet surely knows how to identify one. Given the numerous lies Lil Tay has presented to the public, including the recent death announcement that came from none other than her own account, it's a bit hard to take any of her claims to be anything more than a PR stunt to draw attention. I mean, honestly, just think about it. Quickly after she was announced dead, she dropped a music video that already had 6.1 million views only 2 weeks after its release. She also became a trending topic across various platforms. Whatever's going on, she is on top of the conversation. Many commenters even said that as long as the topic concerns Lil Tay, they're not believing it. They've had it with the lies, and the death statement was going way too far. Others who are still on the topic believe that her father might be the only reasonable person in the picture. After all, putting your 9-year-old daughter in the spotlight as a content creator who broke shames random strangers on the internet is honestly borderline insane. Between that and coaching your little sister to be a proper troll, it's hard to say who wins the douchebag Olympics. Yet, it is hard to dismiss Lil Tay's claims in her Instagram Live as false. One of the reasons child abuse persists and often goes unreported is the fact that people usually don't believe the child's claims. And in this situation, dismissing the influencer's accusations might put her in an even more difficult situation. This puts not just Lil Tay in a complicated position, but other victims who may not be believed if they come forward with their story the way that she did. Outside the internet, Angela Tian, Lil Tay's mother, who seems to be the favorite parent in this dumpster fire, has won custody over the child. According to a Page 6 article, the former real estate agent has gained sole day-to-day and financial decision-making powers and responsibilities in the best interests of her daughter, whose real name is Tay Tian, and the teen's primary residence will be with her mother. According to the same article, the family law attorneys also said that they've successfully obtained orders on behalf of Tian that have enabled her daughter to advance her career. The statement could mean a lot of good things if the daughter in question is a working-class citizen, but besides the fact that a working-class 14-year-old is alarming, what the 14-year-old is advancing into is very concerning. Judging from the viral music video she posted 2 weeks ago, it is evident that the influencer wants to pivot into being a pop artist. But the video also features Lil Tay dancing barely clad and taking erotic poses as if posturing for the male gaze. You can probably guess that the video opened the gates to every thirsty pedophile on the surface of the earth. Well, hopefully, the thirst comments are from teens around her age.
This shit is fucking insane and fucking weird. You need to stop. And also, don't fucking tell me what I can or cannot wear as a teen. That shit doesn't justify pedophilia. Me living my damn life doesn't warrant pedophilia, you fucking dumbasses.
Nonetheless, exposing a teenager to that amount of sexualization and objectification is a horrific thing that any mother could do, no matter the amount of money the teen is pulling in. Lil Tay's reemergence and evolution feel almost as if her mother and brother decided that now that she's grown, they have to capitalize on something more than shock value of being a 9-year-old troll. So they decided to move to something more marketable and desirable, which, of course, is the explicit content of Lil Tay herself. In the past, many notable personalities said that she was a captive in her own home and was being exploited. She herself said that she wants to make her mother proud. It's easy to think that her loyalty is still being manipulated by her own mother. But what if it backfires? What if a time comes when she realizes how much she was manipulated by her family? Or what if her mother and brother discover lower depths to plunge the teen to stay relevant? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on Lil Tay's comeback?